If I had a pound for every time I've heard a woman tell me, all my life I've had to fight. All my life I've had to struggle and fight for everything that I've got. I had to fight for it. I would be way more rich than I am right now. I hear it a lot from us as women in senior leadership, women who are succeeding to climb the ladder um, to to attain and to achieve high level positioning in leadership, to be doing well in the corporate space, to be holding seats, to be holding office of high level leadership. I hear that for many of us, our experiences all my life, I've had to fight. But as I'm getting myself ready this morning, I I realize that so many of us have been for years, for all of our life, fighting the wrong fight, fighting to prove ourselves, fighting to show them, fighting to be understood, fighting to take what's rightfully ours, fighting to be okay in the world, fighting to be okay, fighting to survive. And what I'm realizing right now is that this this hustle for acceptance, this hustle for belonging, this hustle to be acceptable, this hustle to make it is really depleting us. It's depleting us as women. It's depleting us as senior leaders. It's depleting us as the change makers that we are positioned and here to be. My work is really an invitation to come away from that hustle, from that fight, from that struggle, to prove yourself, to curry favor with the in crowd, to align and contort and conform yourself to the dominant voices. My invitation is to you to find the real you, to settle in, to see through the eyes of your highest self and to show up for an audience of one. Ultimately, the invitation is to show up for an audience of one, that highest version of yourself that knows the will of God for your life, that knows your power, that knows why you're here, that knows what you're here to do and be and say and create and experience and express, to to come away from this fight to prove and to be acceptable and to instead engage in the work of pleasing and aligning with and agreeing with your highest self that knows the will of God for your life, that knows who you are in truth, that understands the purpose and the call and the nature of your life and your leadership. Now, imagine that switch. What would it take for you to come away from that fight, that hustle, that struggle, that fighting with the world to just stop that and to exhale and to realize that you only have one to please. You only have one to perform for. You only have the one to compete with. And that is the highest you, the one that's plugged into your source, the one that's plugged into your creator, the one that knows why you are here, knows what you're here to be and do and say. I really want you to think about this. I really want you to consider what it could be like if you just stopped performing and contorting and conforming to be who they want you to be, to meet their expectations, to get what you think they've got for you. Let me know how this is landing.